Prince William panic, Duke opens up on fears for George, Charlotte and Louis's future. Prince William opened up on his fears for his children's future, revealing Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis have become a driving force for much of his work. Prince William is starring in a 90-minute ITV documentary focused on his environmental work. To film Prince William, A Planet for Us All, the Duke of Cambridge allowed cameras to follow him around for 2 years while working on projects and patronages to tackle the climate crisis. And while showing the focus of his work and highlighting projects close to his heart, the Duke also opened up on the impact his 3 children are having on his commitment to saving the wildlife. He said, "Now I have got George, Charlotte, and now Louis in my life, your outlook does changes. You want to hand over to the next generation, the wildlife in a much better condition." The Duke also revealed he has inherited much of his passion for the environment and its well-being from his father Prince Charles and grandfather Prince Philip. Acknowledging their work on this sector was ahead of time, William reveals he fears a comparison with them. He said, "My grandfather was well ahead of his time. My father was ahead of his time. And I really want to make sure that, in 20 years, George doesn't turn around and say, 'Are you ahead of your time?' Because if he does, we're too late." In the documentary, the Duke can be seen being brought close to tears at the sight of a collection of 43,000 tusks gathered at a secure unit in Tanzania. He said, "It's a mind-blowing number of tusks, it really is. You can't get your head around it." Prince William was also followed by cameras during his tour to Pakistan with Kate, Duchess of Cambridge. While looking at glaciers melting due to global warming, Kate said, "Everyone's asking all of us to protect the environment, and what comes first is actually just to care about it in the first place. And you're not necessarily going to care about it if you don't know about it, and that's why we thought it was so important to come here." By showing his work with such depth, the Duke hopes to inspire young people to take on initiatives aiming at preserving the wildlife and slow down the impact climate change is having on the planet. He said, "I owe it to them to help their voices be heard. That generational gap has to be bridged somehow so that the older political leaders understand that the younger generation means business. They want their futures protected. I feel it is my duty and our collective responsibility to leave our planet in a stronger position for our children." Prince William's film, airing next Monday, comes 4 months after Prince Harry also expressed his fears for his son Archie in the midst of a climate crisis. In a letter he wrote for the African Parks Annual Report in June, the Duke of Sussex highlighted how the pressure becoming a father has pushed him to work even harder on conservation. He said, "Since becoming a father, I feel the pressure is even greater to ensure we can give our children the future they deserve, a future that hasn't been taken from them, and a future full of possibility and opportunity. I want us all to be able to tell our children that yes, we saw this coming, and with the determination and help from an extraordinary group of committed individuals, we did what was needed to restore these essential ecosystems."